for joining Have Tea with B. This episode, I am going to talk about discernment and, trusting your energy, your spirit, your mind, all that good stuff, okay? So make sure first y'all follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Definitely subscribe to my channel. Everything is under Have Tea with B. And we talk about, I and sometimes my guests that I may have on. Tonight it's just me, but I talk about some things that may be a little difficult for you to talk about. These are topics that we all should really discuss with our friends, family, whoever we hold close to us. You really shouldn't be totally uncomfortable with discussing certain things, but I do understand that sometimes some things they are difficult to discuss. But as I mentioned, I'm going to talk about discernment and energy. So I have a special gift when it comes to discernment and energy. 9 times out of 10, I'm always right about what I perceive from a person based off of their energy. I look at that a lot with everything that I do. I don't care if, I'm gonna just be frank, someone is popular. Just because someone's popular doesn't mean they're always the best, or they may not have good intentions, because good intentions matter. Some people have really, really bad intentions. We're just gonna say bad. They do. They don't do things out of trying to just like be beneficial to other people. It's them always kind of trying to seek something for themselves. Okay? So now with your discernment and your energy and trusting your gift, you have to be in a really good state. Like, you can't be just like totally broken out here and thinking you should just trust yourself, because if you're broken 9 times out of 10, you're not going to make really good judgment calls, because that's just not the lens that you're looking through. So you want to make sure you're healed. You want to make sure if you have gone through some things that have broken you, that you heal those things, that you identify why you are the way you are. Why are you perceiving something the way you're perceiving it? Okay? So you want to make sure that your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul is all in tune with each other. If one is out of whack, it throws off everything. I mean, everything. So you want to take those proper steps to make sure that you're on one accord. I mean, who wouldn't want to be on one accord with themselves and with other people? It helps you to have that relationship with other people. And I know y'all probably see this little smoke right here right now, but I got an electric kettle, right, to make tea, of course. And so the tea that I'm making right now is called Juice by Musical Tea, where music and tea blends. Y'all definitely check them out. It smells so good. It's a blend of strawberry and kiwi and some other herbs. It smells really good. I can't wait to taste it. So, furthermore, okay. So, y'all, I know sometimes you get around people that you may have known them for a while. Y'all grew up together, or y'all went to school together, or you worked together or something like that. And it just seems like they have changed. And you may be reading it correctly, that they have changed, or maybe they're just going through something at the moment. You do have to be you have to be understanding that people are not always going to be the same. Changing is sometimes good, especially when it's for the better. Now, sometimes people go through some really dark moments, and they really need people to be there for them. So I know it's like it trends like on social media now. People be like, well, so-and-so didn't respond to my call or whatever, but I see them on social media. I see them doing this, doing that. And just go have a candid conversation with them people. If you love them, if you care about them, just have a candid conversation. Ask them. Just ask them. Bring it up. It doesn't hurt to bring it up. I would not just ignore something if it really bothers me about somebody that I really care about, because it cripples your relationship with them. You begin to lose trust. And trust is really important for like the foundation of all relationships if you want it to be successful. So now let's talk about friends a little bit more when it comes to reading energy of friends and having that discernment. Now, Every relationship honestly has the same base. I don't care if it's a social relationship, if it's work, career related, a spiritual relationship. Everything has the same like key foundation for it if you want it to be successful. Because sometimes people they meet people or encounter certain things and they don't look for success in it. I look for success in almost everything that I do. Everything I do, I look for success because that's what I want. I want it to be successful. I want things to work, you know. But you also have to know when to let things go. So the base of friendships to me and just other, different relationships as well is you want to have clear intentions, very clear. You don't want to feel like things are one-sided because you're wondering like, oh, does this other person feel the same way? Or do they want to do what I'm doing? Things like that. Just make it clear. Tell them up front what you're looking for, what you want, and ask for the same thing from them. And they should be willing to give you that. It should not be an issue. If it's an issue, it's a problem. You might need to leave. You might need to let that go. But clear intentions is really important. Communication is very important. And everybody says like communication, like it's just this simple thing. And sometimes communication is very complex. It can be really complex sometimes because it's not about just talking. We could talk all day. Talking all day, like, it won't get you many places, especially where you're expected to be going. So you have to be able to hold a good tone. I don't care, like, I know a lot of people be like, somebody do me like this, I'm gonna go even lower. They say this to me, I'm gonna go even lower. You get to a place in life where, what's the point? Like, if you're hurt, and they're saying hurt people, that's true. But if you're on a healing journey or you're in a space where you just want to be really okay in life, you don't clean dirt with dirt. Don't stoop to their level. Just don't. So your tone matters. If you, even in arguments, arguments can really be cut to just having a disagreement. And there's nothing wrong with having a disagreement. You don't have to agree with everybody. But you can cut down the time of all the hooping and hollering and name calling and stuff just by having a decent tone. Like, you can go to somebody like, hey, this is my problem. Not like, I got a problem with this, I got a problem with it. Don't do that. Try to get your mind in a good space before you talk to somebody and make sure your tone is decent. It's a nice tone. I mean, who wants somebody yelling at them? I don't. So in communication, like I said, you want to make sure your tone is okay. And you also want to listen, okay? Listen. People don't listen. They don't listen. Some people like to just talk. And they don't want, feedback. That's aside from like if you're venting, you need to get something out that's bothering you. That's okay. But you need to listen to other people as well. Give them that time to speak to you also so that you can take in how they feel, because you can read their energy from there. You can pick up on their energy and their tone as well. So definitely, y'all, listen to people. And sometimes, silence really does say a lot sometimes. Sometimes when people are quiet, they're really screaming. You have to be open to perceiving that as well and knowing when, someone really wants to really just have a candid conversation with you or not. Because just because you're ready for that conversation doesn't mean they are. They may not be ready. Another thing that's really important is going to be comprehension. Comprehending what somebody is talking about. Y'all know I'm me. I say what's on my mind sometimes. Sometimes I try to stop myself. But some people, y'all just ain't on the same level, okay? You're just not on the same level. And you have to accept that. So some things people are not going to comprehend. And that can go intellectual-wise, spiritual-wise, wherever they are in their life. Some people just ain't going to be on your level. But you want to have people in your circle that are on your level that you can have intellectual conversations with, that you can have just random conversations. Like, y'all just talk about anything, like you just, I know me and my friends, we talk about some of the most random stuff sometimes. And every time it's enjoyable to me, honestly. Like, we're kind of all on the same wave. That's how I pick my circle. So you want to make sure that you identify those things as well. Our people say all the time, and I do say people say a lot. I say that a lot, y'all. But people do often say, like, oh, I don't need them. I don't need nobody. I can do this on my own. I'm good by myself. When, y'all, whether you want to accept it or not, we need people. We need other people. We would not have been put on earth with other people if we didn't need people. Because what's the point? We were put here to work together, to be a really sufficient community, even though there are so many things that, interrupt that or whatever. But we need people, okay? You need people. So you don't need to be just going off on people all the time and pushing everybody away, because you're going to need somebody. You need somebody, okay? Yeah, like I said, I have a gift when it comes to discernment and energy. But at the same time, like, I'll meet somebody and I'll be like, ooh, I don't know if I really like them or whatever. And it may be something as simple, y'all, as I ain't gonna talk about how petty I am, okay? We're gonna keep that out of it. But anyways, they just may not be on the same wave as me. Let's just put it there. But I don't just totally X people out because of what I perceive from them when I first meet them. Because, like I said, people can change, and my energy is contagious. I know I rub off on people, and I try to make a good impression. That is like one of my main like little life mottos or whatever, is to make a good impression and to help other people grow and fix themselves, So I don't just X people out. I don't. I will give them another chance and kind of see how they act and stuff like that. And see if maybe we can have a little friendship or something. Because sometimes they need your help. People are always brought into your life for a reason. It's never not for a reason, even if it's just for a season. It may be seasonal. It may be only for the spring, only for the summer, only for the fall, only for the winter. But anyways, they were brought there because they needed you and you need them for whatever reason it may be. It may be a lesson or it could be a blessing. And don't harp on those lessons, okay? You take what you need from it and you bounce. You move on from it. You don't let it get you down or keep you in a low place just because this person may have hurt you, or the relationship just was not successful in your eyes. Even with work or, or whatever you may be passionate about, your hobbies, don't let those mistakes or those lows get you down. Even if you're pushed back a couple steps, it's for a reason. And when you're pushed back, you got experience now, so you know what else you may need to help equip yourself to be even better. That's how you look at things. Looking at things like that will keep you in a better space in life. It will keep your spirits up. And having your spirit up it's important. Your mind controls so much. It controls a lot. We hear about people having like nervous breakdowns and things like that. That's because your mind is just that important. Like, it really can fuck you up. It can fuck you up if you let it. But just don't. Once you see that you have a problem, if you can identify that, you can fix it. If you can identify it, you can fix it. You just need to take the proper steps to do that, okay? We all know some people who hinder themselves from growing, from being fixed. And it's really because, taking a leap into a different direction, it can be scary. I know, for instance, and this is just like kind of like just a little metaphor type thing or whatever. So I went to Jamaica 2 years ago now, 2 years ago over the summer. And we went to Jam West, and we also went to Ritz Cafe. So at Ritz Cafe, there are cliffs there that you can jump from, okay, into the directly into the ocean. And they had three different levels. Three different levels. Now, I am a scary person, okay? I am not a daredevil. That's not in my bones. It just never was. I know how to swim, but at the same time, like if my feet can't touch the bottom, I don't really want to be in there. You know, I ain't a fan. But I'll try to get in, I'll try to get in the ocean or whatever. So, anyways, we go to Ritz Cafe. And I'm down there at the lowest, the lowest cliff, right? And I'm like, oh, I really want to jump. It looked so cool. Like, it looked really cool. And there were so many people that were doing it like numerous times to jump in, get out, come back on around and jump again. So I'm like, okay, this is easy. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. Y'all, I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And there was this little kid that was there, and he was probably like 9 years old. And he was like, you can jump with me. And I was just like, little kid, I don't even know you, okay? That's what I wanted to tell him. But he asked me my name and stuff. He was a nice little kid. And he asked me my name, and I told him, and he was like, Miss Brittany, you can do it. I believe in you. Little kid didn't even know me, y'all. And he said he believed in me. So why didn't I believe in myself? Because I wasn't ready to take that step. So when you're not ready to take that step, it doesn't matter what anybody else says to you. You ain't going to do it. You have to make that choice. And we can't pressure people to do things or change and, go in different directions if they haven't made that decision within themselves. I was not ready. Maybe wherever I go this summer, maybe I'll be a little more adventurous. I don't know. We'll see. But that's just like a little metaphor or whatever. And then also, like I said, it has the three levels. In order for you to jump from the highest level, you had to do one of the lower levels, which that's just how life is. You have to master sometimes being down in order to go up. And sometimes people try to take the easy way out and they try to skip that low point or whatever. You need it. You need it. It's no way around it. Sometimes you need it. Now, if you haven't had to be low or feel like, you just didn't know how you were going to make it, great, okay? That is outstanding. It really is. But there are so many of us that we didn't have that luxury. We were low, and we had to find a way to come up, okay? So I say so a lot too, y'all. It's just something I do. It's just a part of me. But anyway, so that's why a lot of times people, they don't change because they're not ready. They're not ready. And you see, I got my little tea or whatever. I add a little chamomile in here as well because I'm recording this a little late night session, and I want to be relaxed for later to go to sleep or whatever. So, another thing, okay? You can read energy all day. You can read it. Like I said, you can read it. You could be 100% right. But if what the other people, like the words that they say and their actions don't align, it don't matter. It don't matter. Because those two have to align. And it has to be consistent if you want it to be successful. That's just how it is. And what's the point of talking if you're not going to back it up? I mean, I feel like that's why I say what I want to say. I say whatever's on my mind because I can back it up. Okay? And I do this podcast, and I make and post several quotes and things for myself as well as for others because it helps keep me lifted. It helps keep me lifted, okay? And it helps me to stay encouraged because even though I post and talk about a lot of my highs, I definitely have lows as well. Um, I I'm still putting together pieces of my life, of my puzzle. And there are some days where I just can't find that missing piece that I need to put on for that day. That's just how it is sometimes. And it's because I'm still on this journey to healing. I'm still constantly identifying things within myself that I need to work on. My own energy, my own discernment when it comes to me. I'd be like, yeah, you didn't have to go overboard like that, you know? Because sometimes I be turning up on people. I will turn up on somebody about me. You ain't gonna play with me. You know, play in my face. Don't play in my face, okay? But like I said, I do this for myself and for others. It's kind of like having a live diary, okay? A live diary. Like I have a diary that I use as well that I got from one of my friends. Um Alex Grace Diaries, check her out. Instagram. She has a website as well. And it's geared towards black women. And I love it. I love it. It's spiritual based as well, but I can write down my thoughts in there. And then I could come on here and talk about it live as well. So that's always a really good thing. Sometimes you need to make your words verbal to have a little more make them a little more bold and stand out in how you feel as well. And I want more people to be like me in a sense. Not everything like me because like I said, sometimes my puzzle pieces don't fix. They don't fit. They don't fit. And I'm still trying to fix myself when it comes to certain things as well. But I want people to be more loving, and to be just kind, have compassion. We lack a lot of that in the world. We get so wrapped up in ourselves that we forget to do that sometimes for other people, even a stranger. I I I could be having a really really bad day, but if I go to the store and someone speaks to me, I'm gonna speak back. I I try my best to. Me and my sister, we talk about this a lot. That I try to make sure my actions align with me saving my soul. Like, is this gonna help my soul? Like to get to where I wanna go? Or, just even do what I wanna do. So I try my best to make sure that my actions align with that. And I don't want to purposely keep making these same mistakes over and over and over again because you can easily fall into that. You can easily fall back into it if you're not all the way healed. But like I said, we lack a lot of love. We do. And when it comes to, reading energy, there are some people who they just really need your love. They do. There may be somebody who you encounter, you don't know. They may be suicidal. They may have had suicidal thoughts right before y'all encounter each other. They may be down to their last dollar and they don't know how they're going to make it tomorrow, or they may have just lost their job. It could be all types of things. They may have just even got their heart broken, and we downplay heartbreaks a lot. We do. We just be like, oh, you get over it. Sometimes people don't, but you have to. I like to be able to help people kind of restore their faith and love because love is so easy. It is so easy to give. You don't have to know anybody to love them. You really don't. I mean, of course your love grows stronger with knowledge, but you don't have to know anybody ins and outs to love them. And you should just give that so freely. So I also wanted to kind of talk about how a lot of times when we make mistakes, we tie that to our beauty standards. When we feel like we have fucked up, okay? We just be like, damn, I fucked up, or this is just not going right. So we look in the mirror and we're just like, you're so ugly. Like, why are you so ugly? You know? And you're not ugly. You're not. You cannot let your mistakes, you know, tie you to people and things and even success. Because like I said, really, there's no such thing as failing. Everything is a learning experience. Failures are just learning experiences. So you have to be able to tie your beauty to your soul. You want your soul to be better? I want my soul to be better. So I look at myself every day and I know that I'm beautiful. No matter how I look, no matter if I just woke up and I got some dried up whatever on my face because I just was doing the most while sleeping. You know, I may have had anything. I may stretch myself at night or something like that. So I'm just like, oh, I got a little scar or something. Or my face, y'all, my skin be peeling during this time of the year. And I be like, oh, I don't like how this look, you know? But you don't tie your beauty to the physical. You have to tie your beauty to your spiritual and your mental. Okay? Do that. Always look in the mirror, even if you have to write things down. I said it before. A while back, what I would do is I would write down different affirmations and things that I wanted to become. I think that's the best way to put it, because these are things that you want to become, because you're not totally there yet. You're not. But you want to be there. So I would, and they say, repetition is the best way to learn. It's the best way to embed something within you, is to repeat it. So I would put these different affirmations, or even even excerpts from poems and things that I like, because I love poetry. I write poetry. I love poetry. And I would put it on my mirror and I would read them every time I go in the bathroom. Or in my room, sometimes I would have it on the mirror that's connected to like the dresser as well. But I would read these things to myself, and it would start to resonate in me more and more and more. And I started to change my daily routines, my actions, and things. And things started to align. They started to align, and I started to become those things I put on the mirror. So put those things on your mirror, or in your car, or in your phone. Listen to a podcast or listen to a certain song, or just anything. Words are powerful, and they can help you change. They can help you change. They can help your energy change. They can help your gift of discernment be heightened. They just change you. They can change you, and they can help you grow. So do that. Now, looking at things through different lenses. Okay, so y'all know I'm like, I be all into sometimes celebrity stuff, because I'm nosy like that. I just am. But y'all, SZA had a new album come out. I love SZA. Her first album, I really loved it. I felt like I could relate to almost every single song. Okay, I loved it. I still listen to it to this day. My favorite song from that album is Garden, because I don't know, when I listen to Garden, y'all, I just be vibing and I just be like, ooh, I love me, and I can't wait to get that type of love from somebody else as well. Like it opens up with, I need you for the new me and the old me, or something like that. Whatever. You want somebody to accept you for all who you are, your past, your present, all that. All that. I accept myself for that, and I want somebody else to do it as well. But I love that album. So she has this new album out, right? It's a lot of little controversy and things going around it. So when I first put it on, I was just like, ooh, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And the song that I was listening to, it was F2F. Yeah. F2F. You look up the lyrics yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. So I do not agree with those lyrics, okay? I don't agree with those lyrics, but I can relate. I used to be able to relate and put it that way. A lot of the songs on there, I used to be able to. I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember I was in that space right there. And it helped me when you look through a lens like that, like, okay, yeah, I used to be like this, you can get a little more enjoyment out of it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this album again and I'm gonna give it another chance. And I listened to it again through a different lens and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not like this anymore, but I used to be. It can be certain things can be pretty toxic, and it's just like, oh yeah, I used to be like that. Like it is some stuff I'm just not proud of. I'm not. But hey, you live and you learn. But definitely, check out SZA albums. I love dropping like little music gems and stuff. I have a playlist that I put together on Apple Music of different songs that are geared towards identifying certain issues within yourself and also promoting self-care and also just sometimes you just need fun, okay? You cannot just work. You cannot do that. You know, I know people do it because they're afraid of not having certain things or they're trying to reach a certain space, but your mind, your body, it deserves some fun. And you should have that. You deserve to smile. You deserve to laugh. You do. Don't think that you don't just because you're not where you want to be. Because your energy a little off. You still deserve it. You still are deserving of it, okay? But that's pretty much it for tonight. I just really wanted to talk about trusting yourself, but also you want to be critical of yourself as well when you're not in a good space. If you're not in a good headspace, you can't sit here and just be like, oh yeah, I really trust my energy. Because your energy ain't right, boo. It ain't. And you have to know that. You have to be able to take accountability. Y'all know that word. Take accountability for where you are, what you're doing, how you're treating people. Don't treat people wrong. Just don't. Treat people right. Have some common decency. Everybody don't have that. Everybody won't have that. But you should try to. You should try to be your best self. I'm going to put it that way. Always work to be your best self and to make sure your energy is contagious as well. Your smile, your laughter, even sometimes your crying can be contagious. Just be you and work on healing. Work on responding from a healed space and not from your trauma, not your trauma response. We don't want to do that. We don't want to stay in those same spots. We want to move on. We want to be better. We want to go up into bigger and better things, okay? So again, y'all follow me at Have Tea with B on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. And also y'all go out and follow 1212 Studios. That's where I am recording this episode. Really dope. Great team as well. Good atmosphere. And yeah, that's it. Check your energy. Check it. And make sure you're looking through things with healed glasses on. Healed glasses. Okay? Thank you.